This next piece is one of my favorite things to teach. Let me ask the mediator folks. Did you get uncomfortable? When's the first time you got uncomfortable, John? No, they've picked a mediator with subject matter expertise. How many mediators did that? You dodged the bullet, not my job. So now we go to the model of mediation that says that mediation is a place where you can create your own mosaic of justice. And if it feels right to you, then that's just. The reason your instincts were, I can't be the one who educates this person, is because if I give this person legal advice, now what has just happened? Now I'm your lawyer and I owe you zealous advocacy. So what's the matter with that? Now I just got captured by one side. Okay? Don't forget, this happens all over Los Angeles every weekend when people do divorce mediation. And some of them have found the solution. Right? The solution is I'm going to give legal advice to the other side too. In fact, you know what they give? They make it very clear. I'm not going to give legal advice because that'll get me in trouble. I'm going to give legal information. That's another, yeah. There you go. We dodged one bullet, but I think we walked into the other bullet, didn't we? And the other bullet is, how do we feel when we know that people are shooting in the dark? Let me ask, should a mediator be neutral? Is that part of our package? And what does neutrality mean? Lay terms. Pardon?
You're not taking part?
No sides. Okay, so play this out for me. Let's just kind of see how this feels. Okay. You're mediating along, and you get to the pension plan, and you say, "Well, okay, folks, you know, what were you both thinking was going to happen with regard to the pension plan?" And the husband has a temper tantrum. He says, "What?" She saves you. She says, "He can have it." What? I don't want the pension plan. When they get done negotiating with each other, the mediator's assessment is they have a 90-10 split. He gets a pension plan, he gets the house, what have you. She gets the photo albums, the pet. Now my question to you, if you're the mediator in that case, how many of you say, write it up? Write it up. John Haynes would say, write it up. How many of you would say, before I wrote this up, I would need to ask a couple questions? How much push are you going to put into this moment of saying, what are we going to do about the fact she hasn't seen an attorney? What if you say, have you guys seen an attorney? And she says, yeah, we've seen an attorney. How many of you say, okay, now write it up. If you go any further, you're meddling. I call you a coward. What's the obvious next area of inquiry?
Did you run this deal by him?
Okay, well, okay. Did you run this deal by him? Now I've got a knowing waiver, don't I? Okay, the question is what? Why? I've seen him get this frustrated a couple times, and every time that happens, I get beat up that night. I don't want to get beat up tonight. He can have the house, he can have the pension. I just want to get out of this thing without any more bruises. What if you say, what's going on, Jackie? She goes, you don't understand. I go, what's that? I'm the one that had the affair. I feel so guilty. Well, it's rational, right? Except for the fact that people who practice divorce law talk about the sine curve of emotions. The prenup guarantees me a mill. Now, I've given away $200,000 or $300,000 here, but I just got to get out of this marriage and get to Vegas by Friday. Now, if she gave that explanation, how many are you going to write that one up? And now notice with me the interesting part of, I hope, this progression of questions for you. I want us to realize that we can overtly or subtly either speed it up or slow it down. Let me give you my insane mediation. The student goes to the professor and says, last night I was date raped. Let's start with Lisa. Lisa's very good at this. Lisa, jump in here. No, you've made excellent observations.
So,
Yeah.
So how would it play out if, for example, because the parents are there, so what if she pulls you aside and says, you know, my mom and dad don't know this, but really it was consensual.
Right.
I want to talk to you.
Yeah.